Minecraft multiplayer has been around for about 15 years now, released in about 2009, and yet to this day, there's still not a proper way to actually play multiplayer online. Now, there's one other way you can do it, which is by doing this thing called open to LAN, and then a bunch of other stuff. It's pretty simple, but of course, you want to play online without having to be in the same household, then I'll show you how to do that in this video, and it's completely free. Completely free. There's no catch to it. Maybe some very, very slight catches, but you don't have to worry about it. And I'll get you into it right now. Now, in case you didn't know, the way that you make an actual multiplayer server for you to play with your friends online is by having a server. You have to have like a full-on server that runs at whatever time, and it's kind of complicated if you want to make it normally. But the best way you can do it is by using this app called Alternos, which you can just go in and sign up to. It's pretty easy. Anyway, okay, forget about this right here. All you have to do really is create a server. Once you create your account, which I've done, you can then create a new one. Now, what you can also do is customize the name that you have here. This is the URL that you have to put in. This alternos.me thing is compulsory. You have to have that at all times. But you also change it to something like, I don't know, hello YouTube. I don't know. And you also change the name of the server. Well, first, if you have to update it like that. Oh. Okay, there we are. Now I did. And you also change the name of the server that you have to enter in. And this will be helpful later. It's not that big of a deal, but it definitely is something that you should, you know, you should probably change this. Called, I don't know. What's up, guys? And then, once you've done that, you just click create. And it's done. And then it should bring you onto this page where you can also start up the server because it starts off as offline, but in order for you to turn it online, you have to press start. The only issue with this is that, when you actually start the server, time passes by in game. So you should probably hop on as quick as possible so then time isn't passing by and you have enough time to set up all your stuff for the night before the night comes around. But before you press start, there's a couple things you might want to look at. First off, there's options where you can go and see how many players you want to add in. There's slots, increase it to 21, whatever. Make it down, wherever you want, down to 2 maybe. Whitelist, I'm not too sure what that does. Command blocks, and turn all these things off, on and off. If you don't want to have friendly fire, you can turn PvP off as well. You can turn all these things off. And you can even change the difficulty. That's pretty important. I reckon most people like to play in normal mode, but if you want to play it easy, then just keep it as that. But it starts off as easy on default. The next thing I'm going to do is go into software, where you can actually choose which version you want it to be on. You need to make it be vanilla, or you can make it Bedrock. Also, there's a lot of other things here as well, such as a snapshot, fabric, which is often helpful for mods. So if you want texture packs or mods in this, you can actually do it, but you have to change it to whatever it is. But for now, we're going to go with Vanilla Minecraft, which is Java Edition. If you want to change it to Bedrock Edition, then you can do that. And I'll show you how to do that later. It's basically the same thing. And then once you do that, you can go ahead and start it up. Just like that. Okay, so this is one of the issues with this app, is that there's kind of ads all over the place. Look, they are nothing but just a minor annoyance. But you do have to do this in order for you to actually start up the server, which is kind of annoying. But once this starts up, which says it's starting, just gotta wait a bit. And then it should make that sound effect right there. And you can see this timer right here. This is something that happens in a couple other websites. I remember I used one website and it did this same thing, but it's not actually the same thing. All this is saying how much time you have left until the server shuts down if there's no players in the game. If there's no players in the game, then it will make this server go offline, which is actually a good thing, because if there's no players online, there's no reason why it should be continuing with time. But anyway, once that's done, go into multiplayer, and then you have to go to add server, and put in all the stuff that you entered in there. First off, we're going to enter in this first. GetAgamers Aternos.me. I'm pretty sure I called this something else as well. And then that's all you have to do. Oh yeah. Welcome to the server, sup guys. Now I'm pretty sure if you change that whole thing, bro, what the hell? Anyway, as you can see, I'm in a Minecraft world, and all your mate has to do is do the same method that you did to open up the server. Just create a server, which has already been made, and then join up, and on the side, it should come up with your friend is joined, and easy peasy. Now, the next step is, of course, showing you how to do it on Bedrock, which isn't much different. It really isn't that big of a deal. But there is one thing that I'll show you how to do just to make sure that it is on the Bedrock version. So let's get into that now. There you want to create a server in Bedrock. It's the same exact method. Go ahead and go into create. And do the same thing. I'll call it maybe... I call this... I don't know, maybe like... I call it... It works. Once again, you do the same thing. However, there's one extra step you're going to want to add in there. And you do that by going to software. And the same thing I showed you earlier. Instead of being vanilla, you change it to Bedrock. Install, and then you'll just reinstall the entire server, which is fine because you haven't started off in it anyway. But I think that if you already have an existing server and you're changing it, that may mess up some stuff. But I'm not too sure about that. And then now it's in Bedrock, you can also once again go to options and change up all this stuff. I think there's a couple less options than last time. And what you can do is just go to server, once again, start it up. There you go. And watch an ad. Gosh dang it. But then, of course, going to Bedrock Edition. Yeah, I don't have an avatar in Bedrock, I don't play on Bedrock. Then go to servers, right here. Just scroll all the way down here, and okay, these two things I just did earlier. Those are testing servers. Go on the server name, of course, enter in the things you did. I've forgotten them already. Okay, so clearly if you want to change the server name, you have to do this one thing where you like click on that and then save it right there. But anyway, the one last thing here you have to do, which is different to what you have to do in Java, is enter in the port. You still have to go into server, and the port is right here. So you just go ahead and copy that in, and then it should be ready. Go and play. You can also save it, but who knows, it might not work. I think you can save it later. And there we have it. We are now in the server. Why is it the same biome as the last one? Because I'm in the wrong server, I don't know. Okay, but it still does work nonetheless, so there you have it. And I have to end off the video in my boring Steve avatar. But thank you for watching. I know this isn't the usual content that I make, but you know, I was playing with a friend earlier, and I thought, you know what, might turn this into a YouTube video because a lot of people might be pretty curious about this. But yeah, like the video if you found it helpful. I don't know. The rest is up to you, I guess. Anyway, see ya. Don't forget, stay humble.